Old Tired Man here again. I thought I'd make a video on the basics of do's and don'ts when filming your game room and the importance of everything I'm about to say. I'd like to state though, for the record, I am no expert by any means. This video is just to cover the basic common sense of filming. The first thing I'd like to talk about is lighting. You need to use additional lighting when filming. Camcorder has a lot of trouble seeing things. I mean, you might be standing in the room and say, well, I see it great. Well, you know what you're looking at. We on the other end have no idea. So additional lighting is a must. I am standing here with an additional light in my hand to show you the difference. Now this is with the light. This is without the light. Now I have every light on in the room. I see it fine, but my camcorder doesn't. So an additional light really makes the difference. Do you see that? Most important. The light I'm using is a cheap little, I think I got it at Lowe's, Home Depot, $3. If you cannot get a light, well, for one, do not use a flashlight. I've seen several videos where the flashlight's looking at one thing and the camera's looking at another, and it's just ridiculous. If you can't get a light, go in the front room and get the lamp off the table and pull the shade off of it and tell Mom it's for YouTube. She'll understand. I'm sure that'll go well. Another thing I'd like to talk about is sound. Sound is equally important. One of the things I like to say is when people are narrating their videos, I've noticed that their voice sometimes just drops off and you can't hear what they're... I mean, try to keep your voice clear and consistent. And don't get real loud. I've noticed, some videos are like screaming at you one minute and you can't hear them the next. Just try to keep it consistent. Be conscious of what's going on. Another thing I'd like to speak about sound is if you're going to play music in the background, make sure it's not overbearing to the point where we cannot hear what you're saying. If you're going to do that, you might as well not even talk and just play a tune. I myself, when watching game rooms, I prefer that the person filming narrates it so I can hear what they're showing me in front of the film, so I can, hear your passion about your collection, your games, your memorabilia. It doesn't matter if you only got a couple games or one poster. It's not about that. It's more about the fact that you took the time to film it and put it on YouTube. So why not take the time to make it look a little better and something more that you can be proud of? Does that make sense? Another thing I'd like to talk about is when filming, camcorders are very sensitive. They pick up on any type of movement. Now I noticed the two types that really irk me. I'm not sure if irk is a word, but the first type are what I call the shakers. Now you know who I'm talking about. You're sitting there watching their video and the next thing you know they're doing this. Now I don't know if they live in an earthquake zone or I don't know, too much coffee, or if you can't film it smooth and consistent, put it on the table, put it in a tripod, have a buddy film it, anything, but that shaking, that's crazy. The second type I'd like to talk about are what I call the spinners. You know who I'm talking about. An example of this would be this. They're zooming around so fast, I have no idea what I just saw. Okay? Just keep in mind, people, you know what your stuff is. We don't. That's why we're watching it. So try to keep the camera as smooth and as consistent as you possibly can, and it'll yield a lot better looking video. Another point I'd like to talk about is background. If you're going to sit there and do a blog, that's great, but be conscious of what is behind you. I've seen some disturbing things in the background that I don't believe the person was even aware of what's going on. I've seen a dog crapping on the floor, a cat puking up some kind of mystery meat. I mean, just look behind you before you start filming. It, you know, again, will make a lot better looking video. It'll be something that, you know, hey, I did this. One final note, let's review, okay? We've learned lighting is important. Additional lighting, it makes the difference. Bright and clear. We've learned about the shakers. We've learned about the spinners. That's just no good, people. And we learned about background. One final point is after you make your, you know, after you film your game room, your setup, go ahead and review it. You can watch it on the right there on the camcorder, or you plug it into your TV, computer, however, and just review it and be critical of what you just filmed. Be critical of yourself. And try to be conscious of everything that's going on in that film. If you don't like it, I am pretty sure it came with a delete button. Just go ahead and push that thing. You can refilm it, you know, and it'll make a lot better looking video. And then when you post it up, you can watch it and be proud of it because you made that extra effort, that attempt. Do you understand what I'm saying? Well, hopefully this video will help somebody and we can all enjoy some better YouTube videos. Take it easy, people.